Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Weekend Big Show college football recap here on a Saturday night. So much college football going on today and tonight, and just a wonderful, wonderful week 3 in the greatest sport in all the land. I'm Chuck Ramsey, the Law Dog, here with you, streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, X, and YouTube. Be sure and give us your comments. We want to hear from you, and thank you for tuning in if you have. So, Jeremy Schroeder, my partner and ruler of the airways, going to jump in with us also, as he always does. And Jeremy, days like today, I'm going to say the YouTube TV investment was well worth it, because I have had the fourplex going all day long.
That's what, I love 11 a.m. road games because after about 2:30, man, it's just college football all day long. And watching 4 games at once, maybe grab the laptop and throw a 5th game on.
Yeah, I thought
about
setting up here in the studio and having the fourplex on and maybe a dual screen with 2 different web browsers. But I kind of need to be going over some high school tape as well. But it's college football Saturday. That high school was last night, and it's been a mixed bag of results, Jeremy. And I'll just say this, going out on a limb early here, the SEC runs through Athens. I don't care what people have tried to cram burn orange down our throat. They're not the team that UGA is, and that was a big win to go into Knoxville in that scenario and that situation in that environment and come out with an overtime win. And it's mental as much as it is anything. Those Kirby Smart teams go into it and they know you just got to give us a chance. You just got to mess up once, and they're going to get the job done.
Arch is no good.
He's not the Messiah that they thought he was.
I mean, a lot of us got flack for being critical of Shedeur.
He's twice the quarterback that kid is.
Yeah. Shedeur was a better college quarterback than Arch is at this moment.
Yeah.
And Arch is redshirt sophomore. He's been in the same system with the same head coach for 3 years. And I'm just not seeing it, Chuck. I don't see it. I watch him play.
Yeah.
His footwork's bad.
Yeah.
His arm is erratic.
Yeah.
And his decision-making is about as good as his head coach's.
I'm not sold on their running game, and I'm not sold on their coverage, and I'm not sold on their receivers either.
Their O-line ain't nothing to shout about either.
No. Now, saying all that, OU's got to go in and play inspired, because that defense is what will carry them into a potential playoff.
Well, OU's got a bit of a decent defense themselves.
OU's got a great defense too. I would say right now, if you had to pit 2 teams against Michigan and Ohio State, I know Ohio State's faced a number 1 ranked Texas team, for what that's worth. But I will say this, Jeremy, I mean, they're not really, I don't know what the score is with the Fighting Frank Solich's right now, but I know that they pulled it to within a score off a long touchdown against that vaunted defense that we heard about.
Last time I saw it was 16-6, but I will pull up and up to the minute score, or it's 37-9.
37-9, as it should be
in the fourth quarter.
But
it's on the Peacock. We're not paying for that.
No. One thing about the and Dan Narva chimes in and says, "Good evening, hosts." And Dan is I don't know. We got so many directions we could go, and I want to get in one direction and trending that way before we get started. So I'll let you do the picking to see where we start. Do we start with our wheelhouse and the OU Sooners and their 42-3 win over Temple, or do we branch out and bag on Texas? Do we talk about Josh Heupel puking down his leg late? What direction would you prefer to go, Mr. Ruler of the Airways?
I think we should really talk about what's going on over at USC Junior right now. Lenore Sellers is out with an apparent concussion, and Vandy's sweet baby boy Diego is lighting him up.
Diego Dan Pavia, I'm telling you, that kid. You talk about, I mean, if people talk about Baker played with a chip on his shoulder. That kid's got a severe chip on his shoulder. And think about the wins he's pulled off in his career, Jeremy.
Oh, I know.
At New Mexico State, goes to the Plains and defeats Auburn.
Mhm.
And the next year, the SEC stepping, doormat, Vanderbilt, he gets a win over Bama and
Uh-huh.
dang near and probably should have beat Texas.
Yep.
It's just one of those things where that kid, I don't know what his pro career future is, but he's a whale of a college quarterback.
Yeah, man, it's just sad. Sellers is a heck of a player, and apparently they don't have much besides him because that backup's not very good, and Vandy's defense has just been pretty lights out this tonight.
I wish I
But
could go ahead.
if you don't have a mobile threat like Sellers,
Yeah.
man, I mean, he creates a lot on his own, and this poor kid they threw out there, I just don't think he's got a whole lot.
Well, and I tell you who's got a corner on a backup quarterback, and that's the Ferris State product that Dan Narva told us about, and that's Trinidad Chambliss at Ole
Trinidad
Miss.
Chambliss has impressed me tonight. He has been really, really good.
Yeah. Those D2 quarterbacks. Now, I've seen them come from the FBS group of 5 and play in D2 and really show out. But, to see a kid like that come in and, and Arkansas needs to, at the very least, hold them to a field goal here. They looks like they will on 4th and goal. But 11:30 with the clock ticking, and you're going to go down.
Man, look at those sweet, sweet Columbia blue uniforms.
Those are pretty nice.
Those
Watching
are.
the Ole Miss crowd shots makes me realize I hate white kids in the South. Just going to say.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Anyways, so it did start at 11 a.m. this morning on the road for the OU Sooners. They get the 42-3 win over the Temple Owls. Temple had really racked up a lot of points against their lesser competition to start the season. In the first 2 games, OU came into it, potentially facing a letdown after the huge Michigan win at home, but they got out quick, led 11-0 after 1, and then just a great 28-3 lead at the break, and then blanked them in the second half. You can't beat that.
It's a very businesslike first half. And then they went into the Arbuckle third quarter lull. They got to figure that out because he was doing. You okay over there?
Yeah. Why?
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah. Thought maybe you had a bat in your room or something.
Was on
No, but Arbuckle, even when he was at Washington State, they always came out in the third quarter, and it seemed like they just kind of lost the plot.
Yeah.
And material was erratic today.
Yeah, he I tell you this much, I'm going to go out and say, the one thing you want to do when you're playing a team, particularly when you go on the road to play a lot lesser team in the non-conference, is, and it's the same at home. It's just you've got to make the right plays early so that team doesn't come in with and feel like really any momentum.
You want to come in and put your foot right on their throat.
Yeah, you got to step on them early, and you got to let them realize you're not going to be able to operate today. Dan Narva says Chambliss is a star in the making, and that Austin Simmons may not see the field again. Yeah, I mean,
I can see that.
That's Lane is not a guy who's going to stick to who he projected as the starter just because he projected him as a starter or gave them the starter spot. But I'll say this, the play that stuck out to me, Jeremy, is I think it was either 2nd and 19 or 3rd and 19, and OU's backed up, and Mateer finds – yeah, who did he throw it to? You call it – I think – was it you or somebody week 1 called him a utility knife?
He is a weapon.
He just gets open and he makes plays. And the 23-yard pass play to Jaron Canick on the crossing route was just really, a thing of beauty. Now, I'll say this, whatever the reverse play was they pulled or something like that, I don't, that's the antithesis of going out and putting your foot down on them, because you can't, you just go, in those games, go out, let your offensive line set the tone, run the ball,
yes,
hit them on pass plays once you've softened them up. It's an easy formula, but I'm going to say ever since the loss of Galen Hall at OU, running the ball has been just kind of a secondary chore at times.
Well, Lincoln had some pretty daggone good running teams.
Well, he did, and he takes a lot of he catches a lot of credit, and he heaps a lot of praise, and he catches a lot of heat for running the ball or not running the ball. But he did have some amazing running backs and running games. But think about that. Think about that Houston game in 2016 where Samaje Perine and Joe Mixon were very pedestrian against. When you should have just been running right at Ed Oliver to try to wear him down, they were running away from him, which was
they were afraid of Ed Oliver.
Yeah, a lot of people were. I'll get that.
Yeah, a lot of people still are.
But so my criticism is kind of half-hearted, but it just seems like
it just seems like since Brent has been the head coach, there has been an ill-timed trick play sometime in the early first half of every ball game.
Yeah.
And you didn't need to do it. The 2-point conversion was fun. You didn't need to do it. I know you want to. You want to. I know that drive was so efficient because they're okay. Yeah, we score, we get to do this. There's excitement involved. It was probably a motivator because they knew they were going to go into a half full home field advantage. More Sooner fans there than Temple fans. Playing 11 o'clock a.m. on the road.
Yeah.
Halfway across the country, okay, but the reverse, you didn't need to do it at that point. You were getting anything you wanted, throwing the ball, running the ball. Just keep it up,
sure,
and don't let off it.
Well, and I mean, I'll be straight with you. I mean, they had several running backs, see the ball. Mateer 20 of 34, 282 yards. Is that 282 or 262?
It was 282.
282 and a touchdown and a pick. And then Michael Hawkins gets in for a little bit, but Torrey Blaylock, 14 carries, 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. I think, while I sit here and complain, I mean, they did finish off drives with running the ball.
Yep.
I think the question is, and I listened to the broadcast on the radio, and nobody seems to know, but is Jay Knott, who was maybe one of the most sought after running backs in the portal, is he just not all that coming from Cal, or these guys stepped up their game because of all of the hype coming around him coming in?
A little bit of both. I think maybe there was the perception that when he was hurt during camp that he could have been practicing, and it's kind of buried him on the depth chart. And maybe the physicality, he's not up to speed with it.
Yeah.
As far as, you look at Blaylock, he's an 18-year-old true freshman out there just bringing the wood every time he touches the ball, ran that poor kid over into the end zone early, on that first touchdown he had.
Yeah.
But, man, I got to say, I got to think that Blaylock is going to be the RB1 going forward. I mean, wouldn't you think that?
I couldn't imagine anything different unless Ott, gets some snaps in a let's say, what do they got? Bye next week and Auburn after that.
Yeah, no, they play Auburn next week
and then a bye.
And Barnes has played well. I mean, he is what he is. He's not gonna go nuts running the football, but he's a good blocker.
But I'm just saying, I agree with you. Unless Jaden Ott comes out, and whatever action he sees in a meaningful game, unless he just really shows flashes. And I'm sure with Brent, it's also, you got to show some flashes in practice too, and Arbuckle as well.
I think they're playing the ones that are practicing the best.
Yeah. Max Patton checking in, calling him Jaden Knott.
Jaden got paid. Jaden not played.
Jaden not played. But no, it was a nice running day. I mean, you get a 100-yard receiver and nearly 100-yard 100-yard rusher and a nearly 100-yard receiver. Even though
my personal defibrillator Isaiah Satania had a nice game.
Yeah, 7 catches, 97 yards. Didn't score a touchdown, but he did have a long of 28. And
didn't do anything stupid.
Not today that I saw. Jaron Kinnick, 4 of 86, 4 for 86, and he had a long of 31. I think that was that one that converted the long down and distance. But Deion Burks, I mean, it's obvious that in this Arbuckle offense, there's going to be, it's going to be well rounded. It's going to be spread out as to who gets carries and who gets receptions and targets. I mean, Mateer still looks comfortable in the offense. What you glean from Temple's front seven, I don't know, but they did pressure him a little bit here and there, and he was able to stand in there and make some plays. But also no Fasusi today.
Yeah,
So
Fasusi cures a lot of that.
he probably does. Kicking wise, they were 0 for Welch was 0 for 1 on field goal attempts, and Sandell was 2 for 2. He had a long
53-yarder.
52, they say.
Oh, 52.
Yeah. So the punting game was pretty sound. I'm just going to say, now I heard Teddy say on the broadcast that the targeting call on R. Mason Thomas was bogus. Will they be able to go back and appeal that, or is that going to stick? I mean, because a lot of people felt like the Michigan targeting in the New Mexico game wasn't.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It was very, bang, bang, questionable call. You could see him trying to lower his body to not hit him in the head. But they'll appeal it. They'll lose the appeal. They will be without R. Mason Thomas in the first half against Auburn.
Yeah.
But that is a super deep position. You replace him with Adebawore.
Yeah.
Okoye is going to play next week, I hope. He was in street clothes today. And then Taylor Wine, who's played well this year.
Yeah. Well, it'll be an interesting one next week. And, OU goes out on the road, as you mentioned. And that's I saw the explanation that, back in the Matt Rule Temple days, it was kind of an aggressive 2 for 1 type thing is how I've heard it phrased. That's the thing about scheduling these things out so far. And when they go to the 20-team Premier League, you won't have these kind of issues.
I don't mind it. I mean, it's cool for the fans because, OU's a national brand, and there's a lot of fans on the East Coast that don't ever get to Norman. They get that experience.
Yeah.
The kids get to play in an NFL stadium. And, I mean, they're playing a team that on their best day maybe could get within 3 touchdowns of them.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I don't hate it. It's fine. It was 11 a.m., which I love 11 a.m. road games, as I said before, because I've got to watch a ton of college football today, and Notre Dame is ahead. I just looked up.
31-28.
Yeah. How about that? And no, I'm going to take you to task on you claiming to like the Texas A&M helmets.
Okay.
Because they have a recognizable logo. It's been the same forever. I don't care if they wear a white helmet, maroon helmet, whatever. The ATM needs to be on there. The Aggies thing, the script helmets are cool, but that's more of a Maryland
like
thing.
An OSU thing, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, Maryland's been doing it for years.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I do like the look. I think it's cool, but come on. It'd be like if OU rolled out a white helmet for road games. No. I love them white unis with the cherry on top, baby.
Sure.
Don't take that away from me.
Connor Carr Hogs scored, and they went to commercial, so I don't know if I didn't see it, but I saw they were down at the goal line, so they can cut that to 6, I think, if they
go for 2.
If they
they were down 13.
They were down 10, and then they're down 13. So yeah, they can cut it to 6. Last I checked.
Okay.
And then they're in the third quarter, late in the third quarter, and LSU and Death Valley's leading Florida 20-10. I've had, like I said, the Iowa UMass game has been the 4th option on my YouTube multi-view, and I put out a text on our text thread saying that they were they couldn't score. They'd have trouble scoring in a brothel, but silly me looking at that, I didn't see that it was second or first half. So UMass
gave up like 50 points to Temple.
Yeah.
So they better be able to score.
Sure. So the defensive performance, as you mentioned, for OU was just what you kind of expect. But did you expect 104 yards total for the Owls?
Well, I didn't think they were going to get to 104 yards after that third quarter when they were at 70.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. OU gets 4 sacks and a pick. I mean,
no turnovers. Would you keep
okay,
teams?
yeah. Sorry, no picks.
And that's the crazy thing about it is they dominate. They've dominated 3 games and they haven't had a turnover.
Yeah.
But when you're holding teams to 3 and outs a lot,
I mean, we've seen that smoke and mirrors before, Jeremy, where a team gets a lot of turnovers, but they also surrender a lot of yards.
Speed D.
Yeah, I would. I'll take the low.
I'll take fundamentally sound and a lot of 3 and outs to that one turnover. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when this team gets in the red zone, man, yeah, I think Brent is truly finally happy as a head coach. Yeah. Because he's got a ton of studs on that side of the ball and he's calling the defense and he's got Kevin Wilson telling him when he needs to take a timeout.
That's probably a good
clock management's been really good in 3 games. I wonder really why that is. Oh,
yeah,
because he's got guys that are experienced with a lot of clock management whispering in his ear.
How about the under hitting on that game?
Yeah, it was 54.5 was the
I see over 51 and a hook.
51 and a hook. Okay. Yeah, you hit the under and you covered.
Yeah. So
hey, you can't beat that.
Unlike the game in
Corey Hogue is punching air.
Yeah, he is. The game in Oxford, which was about to pummel the under in the first half.
You know who else hit the under?
Who?
UT.
Yes, they did, and they did not cover either. So they weren't on our list. I
know.
I don't know.
I wanted with every fiber of my being to pick UTEP.
Yeah. So also on the day, I think Miami's for real. I think maybe it was not necessarily that USF, South Florida was really going to go in there and do much. Florida's, I mean, it's pretty easy to think that Florida was looking ahead to this game against LSU last week. I mean, I'm not a Gator defender, but
I know. And Connor, I just want you to know that I did pick Arkansas this week. So as long as they stay inside that 8.5, I'm happy.
Yeah. Early in the third or late in the third, Utah leads Wyoming 10-0. I think that was a pretty significant spread as well.
Which game was that? I'm sorry.
Utah Wyoming 24.5, and they're going in the fourth quarter, leading 10-0. So Whittingham not getting much done. Still waiting on it will be in about 5-10 minutes. Arizona State and Texas State. That's in Tempe. Other games of note: 34-14, Oregon defeats Northwestern. After the massacre of the Pokes, they go to Evanston, and for what they did last week, that's a little pedestrian. But Northwestern's 1-1 on the season, so there's still a lot of football in the Big Ten.
Northwestern's going to beat UCLA next week, so they'll right the ship.
Sure,
and damn me for picking Muleshoe. Couldn't cover against lowly Purdue.
No, and I think I might have taken them to cover too. What was it, 21.5?
Yeah, and they won 33-17.
Yeah. In Tuscaloosa, it was 38-14 tied, and it looks like Ty Simpson had a big day, 24 of 29, 382, and 4 touchdowns, no picks, and that's going to go a long ways. Wisconsin wasn't going to be anybody particularly worried about from the Big Ten this season, particularly on the road. But they are Wisconsin, and it could have been a letdown. But
I think we talked about Fickle's coaching acumen. I think we probably need to revisit that after the season. He may be looking for a job.
He could be. 18.5 was the spread on that. Over under was 45.5. So 38-14. Alabama covered. So can't beat that. And we said it on the text thread, Jeremy. Clemsoning is in vogue once again.
We are all, man, the excitement of being able to add the term Clemsoning back to our vernacular is just, man, it's great.
You know,
I've been waiting for this.
I mean, they were, along with Texas, were two of the teams that we were just crammed, information that they were going to be forces to deal with, and I don't know either one. But I'll say this: I took Georgia Tech to cover in that one.
I picked Georgia Tech myself.
I did not know that they would win. Now, I'll tell you this much: think about former A&M quarterbacks that are out in the college football playing field right now. Haynes King, he's led 2 big wins for Georgia Tech this season. That one was huge.
Led a big win last year against Miami.
Exactly. And he's a guy that A&M let go. Zach Calzada, where did we say he was last week? I forget. Is he at Western Kentucky? Or he's at Kentucky.
He's at Kentucky.
He's at Kentucky. And then I saw Connor Wegman, I think, isn't he at Houston?
Yes. And they kicked the snot out of Colorado.
Yeah. So, I mean, I like Marcel Reed, and they have a chance here with 5:23 left to go if they can get a stop. And
Marcel Reed transferred to Oklahoma on my college football 26 dynasty and won a Heisman.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
A lot of folks liking that. But you see what I mean? I mean, they just are, they've not had the solution at quarterback. So if Marcel Reed can't pull out some big wins for them this season, they're going to now you go to North Bend or South Bend and score 28, you should have a defense that's able to slow Notre Dame down a bit, but they have
not.
So
does Notre Dame have the ball? Yes, they do. Oh, yeah. And they're like at midfield.
Arkansas just got a first down. And they're trailing 41-35 and moving the ball. So
that was a good throw.
Yeah. Green's played well. I mean,
he's a good player.
Great plays from him.
I really like Taylor Green. Here he goes. That's going to be a first down. And they're in field goal range.
You're ahead of me. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I turned my delay off.
2:45. They need. I have 2, and I'm still behind everybody. Texas Rangers beat the Mets today 3-2. So.
How about that?
Yeah, they are.
Where are they at in the wild card?
They were 2 games behind the other day.
Hey.
So let me take a look.
2 games out of the second spot?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Let me look at it here. Wild card. Texas is a game and a half behind Seattle, who's in the 3 spot. But the funny thing about it is the Astros, if you go to the division race, they're a game and a half behind the Astros too. So Seattle and Houston have the same record right now. So that AL West is up for grabs, and Texas is playing like their heads are on fire.
That's great.
Dan Narva says some clutch throws by Green.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Oh, I meant to say Temple coach Casey Keeler. 66 years old.
Yeah, looks like he's 40. Hair,
not a wrinkle. As I mentioned, he gets the Dan Narva Award for never aging.
Omega Blake is a stud. I'm assuming that's a player that plays for Arkansas, but I also could be like a video game.
I was listening to the Omega Man by the Police yesterday. That counts.
Omega Blake.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're getting a little
loopy here on a Saturday.
Getting a little out of hand with these names.
Yeah. So back to the day in college football. Like I said earlier, there's no reason fathomable. Oh, bubble screen. Yeah, they made good yardage. There's no reason fathomable that the Bulldogs should be leaving Knoxville with a win tonight. I mean, that game was Tennessee's in so many different capacity.
What a game.
It was a great one. I mean,
that was like 2016 Big 12 action, just whoever gets the ball last is going to win the ball game. Ooh, man, that Aguiar kid, he's a hell of a player. But he, a couple turnovers.
He proved today that he's a bit the anti-Nico, right?
Yeah. And, we all see what's going on with Nico. That UCLA team, I don't think they're going to win a game this year.
They're bad.
And I think he's probably going to jump right back in the portal.
You think about what? Yeah, where's he going to go? Oregon State. They're only trailing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but the delusion of that family to try to sweat Tennessee for more money. Like, dude, you had it made.
Yeah,
you had dudes all around you. You were getting $2.5 million a year. Shut up. Develop.
For sure.
Go to the next level. Then you'll have a big contract. But no, he's at UCLA. He's in, we call like Sacramento or Orlando or
Portland State.
Well, NBA purgatory. Oh. He's in college football purgatory right now.
Yeah, UCLA has just decided that football is not going to be anything that they're necessarily concerned with. I mean,
if they didn't have a great academic standing and basketball, they'd be probably in that reconfigured Mountain West.
Yeah, they wouldn't have
Oregon State. And
if they weren't the arch rival or supposed arch rival of the Trojans, they wouldn't have got the Big Ten invite.
I mean, they just do not care out there. And the embarrassment of it is I flipped that game on the other night. There's like 5 people in the stands. They got a bunch of kids sitting right behind the benches, just screaming the whole game that they let in free because no one gives a rip about UCLA football.
Can you imagine what they get away with, mouthing off to the players,
I just it's unfathomable to me just because college football is such a part of the fabric of our lives in this part of the country.
Yeah.
That you go out there, you have I hate the Rose Bowl, but it's a beautiful setting.
Mm-hmm.
The playing surface is always amazing. The stadiums, the rest of the stadium sucks because it's so hard to get in and out of, but it's a friggin' Rose Bowl, bro. I mean, you got beautiful scenery behind it. Pasadena's lovely. Nobody gives a damn. Nobody goes to games.
I've never heard a fan base from this part of the world say anything bad about making a trip to the Rose Bowl.
No. The only complaint I had about Pasadena itself was there's no cell reception.
Yeah.
But, the Rose Bowl's beautiful. It's a pain in the ass to get out of. But I guess if you're going to a UCLA home game, you're not fighting with, 100,000 other people trying to get out at the same time. It's like you and some other guy who just wanted to watch football.
You need a ride.
And it's not like you're, USC and you're playing in freaking Compton.
No, it should be the prettier of the.
It is. Settings, right? No, the whole area around there is nice. It's clean. Pasadena's nice. The Rose Bowl itself is beautiful. You have the mountains in the background. It's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm. So as we mentioned, Clemsoning back in vogue. Clemson loses 24-21 to Georgia Tech, and that was on a last second field goal, 55-yarder. And Cade Klubnik, 15 of 26, 207 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. This is Garrett Riley's offense, Jeremy, that he's got 2, maybe 3 years in now.
Fredo Riley.
Fredo Riley. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's just not that guy. Have we ever thought of that? Well, I don't think it's. I've seen Riley's offense, his variation of Big Bro's offense, and it's a good offense. It sure.
It seemed to do things at TCU, right?
Sure did
with Max who was the kid?
Max. Oh my gosh, the ginger kid.
Max Ginger.
He was a hell of a college quarterback, though. You got to admit that.
Yeah, he was. He really was.
Did you know that – what was the kid's name that started that year?
Chandler Morris, wasn't it?
Chandler Morris is still playing college football?
Yeah, I heard his name thrown out somewhere. Connor Carson, probably.
Somewhere in the East.
Yeah. Andy Dalton. No, not Andy Dalton. You dingus.
Yeah, Andy Dalton was granted leave from the NFL to play for TCU again.
The other Red Rifle.
Oh my gosh, what's that kid's
I heard
name?
Chandler Morris mention the other.
When do y'all jump in?
Is he in the American somewhere?
Who's
like
that?
Rutgers or something.
Rutgers is in the Big Ten, bro.
No, okay. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. Chandler Morris.
You know what? I'll effort it. I was going to
So
effort Max.
from the YouTube stream, Doughboy Snowboy mentions that Montana State finally won. So was that? I'm trying to find that because I just get so lost on my memory sometimes. But I want to say I saw the highlights of that.
He plays for Virginia.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah.
And I thought he was going to be really good, but man, I mean, if he'd have stuck around Oklahoma, he never would have played.
Yeah.
The TCU thing didn't work out because of he who cannot be named, Max Voldemort.
Yeah. Minute 53 left and Ole
Max Duggan.
Yeah, Max Duggan.
Yeah, Max Duggan returns.
Yeah.
Jason Robards.
Thanks. Connor Carr, Hogs lost, and it looks like they will lose. A minute 53 left, and Ole Miss has the ball now. So apparently couldn't get the score down there when they needed to.
Sorry, Connor.
Yeah, I was rooting for Hogs for sure.
I picked Hogs.
But if they want to injure Chambliss for a significant portion, when do we take?
I don't want to wish an injury on the kid. Maybe a turned ankle, something soft tissue that'll heal up.
Make it a stinger on the shoulder that sets him out for 6 weeks. How about that?
I don't know.
Come back and win the Egg Bowl. So looking at the scoreboard, it was Montana State 41 and San Diego, not San Diego State, but San Diego.
San Diego.
Is that the Matadors?
I think so.
Toreros, yeah. I knew
Toreros.
It was yeah. So 41-7, the Bobcats win. And Montana was playing somebody today. That was the game I was actually thinking about. It was at SMU that who was SMU playing today? Because I was watching part of that.
Daggone it.
And man, they got some terrible calls.
And they played Michael Busso's alma mater, Missouri State.
That's what it was. And so the Montana I don't know. So Missouri
we could have had a man on the ground there because Busso was at the game.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Southern Methodist University, I'm just going to say this. I think they're still stigmatized by college football. They won 28-10, but somebody mentioned on the text thread today that, I guess hitting a quarterback in the head while he's in his slide, if it's not targeting, then it's not a penalty. And I said the exact same thing last week when Kevin Jennings took a hit from the Baylor Bears. And he was in his slide and took a hit to the head. They reviewed it for targeting and said it didn't meet the targeting threshold, and then no penalty, and they had to try their field goal from back where he slid.
Got the Cam Newton rules going on, huh?
It's getting a little crazy, and I know officials overcorrect here and there, but I don't know. But no, 28-10, SMU goes to is that in Springfield, Missouri State?
Yes, I believe it is.
So the Ponies, a college football playoff team from last year, have now played a game in Springfield, Missouri.
I wonder what the capacity of that stadium is.
Attendance was 15,000.
That's like a high school field.
Yeah, 90 degrees, and
I'm sure there was a lot of excitement on that sideline.
I bet there was. Kevin 24-36 for 281 and a touchdown and a pick. So they're just glad to get out of Southwest Missouri State with a win.
No, it's just Missouri State now.
I know it used to be Southwest Missouri State. So thank you.
You need to be correct.
You're
just being petty now.
Speaking of the Show Me State, man, the Drinkwitzes, they really got after it today.
Yeah, who'd they play?
It was a nobody, but I mean, they racked up the points.
Well, I mean, you should, right?
TCU leading Abilene Christian 42-15 with 11:08 left to go in the fourth.
Touchdown, Vandy.
Okay, so Navy leads University of Tulsa 35-17 early in the fourth quarter. I think I took Navy to cover that one.
I probably picked Tulsa.
tied up in South Bend, 31 apiece, but and Notre Dame has the ball in A&M territory.
Coaches are yelling at sweet baby Diego Pavia on the sideline after that touchdown.
Who is?
The Vanderbilt coaches. Unsportsmanlike conduct number 2 of the offense.
Oh,
That's
no.
probably why.
Yeah. 24-7, they lead the Gamecocks, so don't get too cocky on that.
It'll be 31-7.
See what I did there?
No.
I said don't get too cocky on that.
I heard you.
Thanks. Great dude. Nebraska 59-7 over Houston Christian, and then it was I saw that score. Oh, West Virginia wins the backyard brawl. I had them not doing that this season.
I did too.
And McAfee said on game day that, Rich Rod's going to pull a Rich Rod. Or maybe that was Herb Street that said that. But
Herb Street said that OU and Temple would be tied 17-all in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Sparty beats Youngstown State 41-24. I think Sparty might have trailed in that one at one point in time. No, they were tied at the half. No, sorry, they were not. I'm confused. So, but anyway.
What has happened to the Coastal Carolina football program?
They need a bunch of dogs. Here's more. Here's the blowout of the day, Jeremy. And you know how on our college football pick'em you have a who's going to score the most points on the day?
Yeah.
Well, I would say, and I know Rutgers scored 60 on Norfolk State, but how about the Mean Green putting up 59 on Wazoo?
Yeah.
59-10, they beat them in Denton. I mean, man, you tell me John Mateer and Ben Arbuckle weren't crucial to a program without telling me they weren't crucial to a program.
That's just crazy. And my dumbass picked Washington State in that game.
Yeah, I think I did too. I just
because it's Washington State. But guess
Mike
what?
Price or Mike Leach is going to be.
That's not a program anymore. That's not a major program anymore. That's a Mountain West program.
Yeah, they are. There's them and Oregon State and Oregon State's getting, if that's not final, they've gotten pummeled by Texas Tech tonight. And I think we knew going into that was going to be a statement game for the Ramblin' Wreck.
45-14 Tech.
Yeah. So
by the Sand Aggies, you could say it is okay.
And the 14 points, Jeremy, was in the fourth quarter for Oregon State. That was a shutout through 3.
Carson Kofer has commented, don't sleep on the Yellow Jackets of the ACC. I will tell you what, anytime they play a big game against a ranked team, look out.
You can't tell me that Haynes King can't just will a team to go down and get a winning score.
I mean, they beat Miami last year, and Miami was rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And they took care of
Colorado this year.
Colorado.
Well, I mean, but it was early and it was in Boulder,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And then what they did today to Clemson, I mean, that's a good football team that
they're playing good ball.
Yeah.
And I like Haynes King. I like the Yellow Jackets, and that's a fun one. Baron Morton today for the Texas Tech Red Raiders, 25 of 35 for 464 and 4 touchdowns. He did throw a pick. So, I mean,
they are slinging it all over the yard.
Then Cody Campbell gives them $1,000 for every completion.
Somewhere Mike Leach is smiling.
I wish that Cody Campbell would impress upon the Texas Tech administration to pay Leach's family.
Maybe he should do some more TV commercials. I can't get enough of those commercials.
It's better than the freaking Shane Gillis wearing Texas Orange crap.
But you
know what that made me think of, don't you?
What's that?
Family Guy, when Peter was selling butt scratchers to make extra money. Butt scratcher, butt scratcher. But anyways, so Texas Tech with a statement win. I mean, they probably didn't want to give up 14 in the fourth quarter, but they had it in hand.
Yeah,
they
did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, for sure. So anyways, just a dominant performance by them. Oregon State goes to 0-2, and once again, another program that I hate to say this because I really, You can call it the Pac-12, and you can add teams, but it's just the Mountain West Redux.
I know. We got Utah State, Oregon State, Washington State, Boise State, a bunch of states.
Bunch of states and
Is
a bunch
New Mexico
of
State involved somehow?
Oh no! Well, New Mexico's in the Mountain West, and I think UTEP's going to the Mountain West also.
Okay.
I think the Miners are probably pretty tired of Malachi Nelson already.
A lot of teams get that way.
He's just he's not found his home. He's not found comfort, and he's just not found the ability to be the 5-star recruit that he was. And it's in a way it's sad, but I mean, it's nothing I'm going to sleep over.
So South Carolina just fumbled and Vandy got the ball back.
Oh, go Commodores. What is it? Go Doors or go Comms, or what is it?
I don't know. My level of Vanderbilt knowledge is gained from watching Matt Mitchell videos.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched his videos? I've sent them to you before.
Have you? Which ones are they?
He's the Southern guy that
Is it the SEC,
like the SEC roll call? Stuff? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wolverines get back on track 63-3 over the Chippewas. That's I don't care what you say at Central Michigan. It's they're a MAC team, but still you got out and you got on them early. They were leading 35-3 at the break, Jeremy, and coming off of that loss last week, that's huge.
Yeah, they need to figure out an offense for that. Big, good-looking freshman they've got. He is going to be a stud. They just got to they just don't know how to use him.
Let's talk about using him. 16 of 25 for 235. He had a touchdown and a pick, but then he carried the ball 9 times for 114 yards and 2 touchdowns. So it seems like on this very network, this very channel, that something was said last week about 2 reads and go. And maybe that's what they did. I didn't get to watch the game, but
maybe they didn't try to throw flat passes against a lightning quick defense,
bubble screens and stuff. Justice Haynes, 14 carries for 104 yards and a touchdown. So I mean, that's got to get him back in the good graces and feeling good about being on that team after he used to be at Alabama or something.
Yeah, the only 2 plays I remember about him last week was when he just got absolutely wrecked by Kendall Daniels on a swing pass.
We're just thankful he's alive.
And then 75 yards.
So the Virginia Cavaliers today, Jeremy, they defeated William and Mary 55 to I had it there and the stupid thing moved. 55-16, and on the stat line, one Chandler Morris for the Cavs, 13 of 19 for 149 and a touchdown, and then he ran the ball 1 time for 7 yards, which wasn't mobility and zone read and all that stuff his forte.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, so a lot of great games going on, a lot of great games still going on. Jeremy's able to see them better than I am. Iowa beating UMass 47-7 now with 1.5 minutes left in that game. Notre Dame leads by 3 in South Bend. That's early in the 4th quarter. That was a long 3rd quarter for.
Yeah, it was. I think there were a couple of injuries that kind of caused a few stoppages.
A lot of delays today too. That USC Purdue game was delayed. The Miami game was delayed.
And Lagway threw an interception in the end zone. So LSU has the ball again, up 20-10 with 5.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
So you have to lay money down on who you think will win the SEC. Where's your cash going right now?
Georgia.
Yeah.
Until they lose and there's some fatal flaw that they exhibit that they have, I'm picking Georgia. It was the same way last year.
So if you had to pick who's going to be in the SEC championship,
Georgia and Oklahoma.
Sure.
Why not? Yeah. Let's get stupid with it.
I'm going to say Georgia and LSU. And let me pull up LSU's schedule real quick because I want to see what they've got going
I think when they come to Norman, that second spot in the SEC championship game will be on the line.
I think that's where it will fall, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, hey, why not? I don't see Texas the way they're playing right now. Do you really see Texas? And I know Florida's smarting after having to go to Death Valley, but there's a lot of teams that go to Death Valley and can't get it done, uh,
Yeah.
especially on a Saturday night game. Um, you know, I will be surprised if Texas comes out of Gainesville completely unscathed.
Texas is a flawed football team.
Yeah,
They don't have a great O-line. They don't have a great running game. Arch is I don't
he's
even know what
hurt.
he is at this point.
He's hurt.
He's gotta be hurt, right?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
that could be the only excuse for, him pissing down his leg every time he takes a field.
yeah. LSU's got Southeast Louisiana next week, and then they travel to Oxford to take on Ole Miss. That could be a game where Lane gets the most out of a team.
I think so. I think
Could Ole Miss be in the mix?
it could be in the mix.
Bama, OU, Texas,
I don't know if Bama's gonna I don't have
Vandy,
a good feel for that team. They're so up and down.
Vandy.
Man, that'd be awesome, right?
October is two home games and a road game for LSU. They host South Carolina on the 11th. They travel to Nashville to take on Vandy, and then they host A&M on the 25th, and then they wrap up with Alabama, Arkansas, Western Kentucky, and OU on the 29th. Is that actual Thanksgiving weekend?
Yes,
Okay.
that's right. Every weekend in the SEC.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the aura in that stadium if it's Diego Pavia v. John Mateer?
That'd be pretty stunning, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, former New Mexico State quarterback and a former Washington State quarterback. Bring back the Western Athletic Conference.
There you go.
Utah now pulling away from Wyoming 24-0, but Wyoming does have the ball 4th and 1 deep in Utah territory. Tulane over Duke 34-16. I might have taken Tulane to cover that one.
Man, I don't even remember.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to pull it up.
I think I picked Tulane.
So before we get out of here, let's go over my picks because I think they were exceptionally bad this week.
I started 5-0 and it went downhill from there.
Friday night, I got nothing. I was over. Let's see here. All right, so I whiffed on Colorado. Houston covered in that one. Let me get the glasses on here.
Let's see, where is the Tulane? Okay. So I picked Tulane. They were a 3-point favorite. They're up 18.
Okay.
With 12:56 left in the fourth. Oh, well, I don't even know anymore. Hang on.
I had Georgia Tech, but I also had Kansas State covering. Kansas State couldn't cover the 1.5 in Tucson.
I picked Arizona.
Yeah.
How about that?
I took Bama to cover, and I guess I got Memphis to cover over Troy.
Yeah, I picked Georgia Tech.
Pitt let me down, and so did USC.
Pitt let me down. SC let me down. Tennessee did not let me down, even though they lost.
I got the Vols and I got the Red Raiders.
I picked Tech.
Guess who took Wazoo to cover in Denton, the 5.5?
Who?
This guy. Iowa State let me down on the 21 over Arkansas State after Arkansas put 56 on them last week.
Yeah.
USF let me down 49-12. That was 17.5-point spread.
Damn, I did. I picked South Florida as well.
Middle Tennessee State gets the win over Nevada.
Yeah, I don't know why they put that game on there.
No.
And I picked Nevada. I know nothing about either team.
I did get the win on Arkansas.
Same.
I took the Hogs to cover. App State let me down. They couldn't cover the 2. They lost at Hattiesburg. And then right now, LSU could
do it.
Give me a win. I took Eastern. took East Carolina to beat Coastal.
And whatever happens in the A&M game, just keep it. Either win it or keep it where it is now, because I picked A&M.
I'm going to lose South Carolina. I had the Gamecocks covering that 5.5.
I picked Vandy.
The Utes can if they can carry this out and blank the Cowboys, I will. That's
Got
right
that
there
one.
on the hook, isn't it?
Yep.
23.5.
Let's see.
What did I say? Did I say Wyoming was in scoring position? Because if they score, that's a bad beat for me.
Yeah, it is.
And by saying bad beat, we mean for entertainment purposes only, and our legitimate Yahoo college football pick'em.
I did pick Navy.
Yeah, I had Navy covering. I have Air Force covering. They're trailing right now. That's a 4.5 point spread in the second quarter. Minnesota Cal. I took the Golden Gophers, and Boston College and Stanford. The Cardinals are up 3-0 in that one.
I picked Boston College because Stanford is not a good football team.
Yeah, I took them. I took the Eagles as well, but Stanford is winning right now. Yeah, what was the game I was talking about? Anyway, so as of this moment, I have 7 points in the college football pick.
That's where I'm at as well. I'm hoping it turns around because I'm sorry. I have 9 points at this moment.
You're in the lead with 41 going into this week, and Max Patton is second.
And you know that the last 2 weeks I have sat straight up in bed on Wednesday night and said, "Oh crap, I forgot to do my picks."
No,
and I just go to sleep.
That is the way. All right, so we will be looking forward to next week as the Auburn Tigers come to town. Jackson F. Arnold will be along with them as well. And trying to see if any line has been set on that as of yet. Don't see anything, but last year OU did get the win on the Kip 6 in Auburn. And so it'll be an ABC game with the kickoff set for 2:30. What's your temperature on 2:30 games? Does it ruin the whole day, or does it work out for you?
If I go, which I hope I go this week,
yeah,
we'll watch as much of the early games as we can, and then hopefully get home in time for the night games to kick off. I don't like that chunk, that middle chunk of the day. I guess it's fine because at least as far as commerce goes on campus, it's
sure.
It's not too early, it's not too late. You can hang around campus after the game and do whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, what a catch.
Well, Auburn did get a 31-15 win over South Alabama today, and it was a Jackson Arnold pretty pedestrian performance, 13 of 24 for 142 and a touchdown. He didn't throw any picks, and I don't see any fumbles to his credit.
Were you going to say a Jackson Arnold masterclass?
No, I was not going to say that. But he did run the ball 10 times for 50 yards and scored 2 touchdowns. So OU will have to account for Jackson Arnold, which I think they have in the past. They don't have a big game to their credit, right, Jeremy?
This season. Auburn?
Yes.
They beat Baylor. That was I don't know how big a game that was.
Okay. They demolished them. They beat them pretty handily. So
I think they beat them by a point, didn't they?
Yeah. Steve Anderson, I was just typing. I think Arch is playing hurt and not telling anyone. Well, his facial expressions.
Well, I mean, you got to think somebody would notice that, right?
Yeah.
Hey, this guy's hurt. There's a line for the Texas game, but there's not a line for the Auburn game yet. Auburn beat Baylor 38-24.
Yeah. So then they demolished Ball State and now defeat South Alabama. And it's probably a pedestrian effort because of the fact that they know they're coming to North.
Sure. Oh yeah, it's
but I'll tell you something. Look at this schedule for the Tigers after they play OU. The next week they go to College Station. Then they get a bye, and then October 11th they host Georgia. Then they host Missouri, which I think that's week 8. That's Missouri's first trip outside their state.
How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, how about Drinkwitz getting that set up? And then they travel to Arkansas on the 25th of October. So people talk about OU's tough schedule. The Auburn Tigers got a pretty tough one, just not necessarily in the non-conference.
Yeah, they're not playing a Michigan.
So 9:16 left to go. Marcel Reed drops back and throws a prayer. But I'll be interested. I'll probably as we go off the air, I'll probably finish up this A&M game and see what's going on. I'll narrow the multi-view down to 2. So let's start to get out of here, Jeremy. It has been a lot of fun, as it always is. We love doing the college football recap. It's a lot of fun. If I had not been having to use so much cold medicine this week, I probably would have had a few barley pops and let the fermented wheat do the talking. But I didn't want a chance mixing.
And we got a tie ball game.
Yep. Texas A&M field goal makes it 34 apiece. So we'll watch that. Hey, be sure and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, X, and Instagram at Law Dog Sports. And all this time, Jeremy, I forgot to mention our sponsor, CCW Safe, legal self-defense coverage that you need for your family. If you're going to defend you or your family, CCW Safe is a great security blanket to have. Self-defense support with deep expertise, personal care, and man, goes beyond the basics of self-defense coverage. Plans starting as low as $19 a month. The website we want you to go to is here on the scroll on the broadcast, and then it's also in the description of this broadcast on the social media posts. So be sure and check those out. CCW Safe. I've known two of the guys that started that for 30 years. So just really glad they have that available. So Dan Narva, I'm pooped myself. Glad you came on at 9. Well, Dan, you and Casey Keeler need to exchange tips on staying young.
We need to get you guys together and run some tests. Maybe get some of your blood.
Yeah, just clone that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, he's Jeremy Schroeder, ruler of the airways. I'm Chuck Ramsey, the Law Dog, and helmet sticker for Chambliss. Last comment of the night. We appreciate Dan Narva chiming in for the Fair State transfer. So this has been the College Football Recap Show. We'll be back next Friday, 9 a.m. for the Weekend Big Show. Also follow us for Western Oklahoma Sports Night on this same channel. Be safe out there. Don't text and drive, and sure don't drink and drive. And we'll talk to you real soon.